Finally, I'm live. Sorry, it's 5 o'clock in the evening, so it's not a bad time to go live right now. I am going to get myself a beer because I'm going to I am going to build a, what's it called? One of these bookcases. How much fun can that be? Anyways, let's get a chair over here. So because Haven's computer, her gaming computer is here, she was eating chips here. And I'm definitely going to have to vacuum, aren't I? What's the worst that can happen? By the way, she, let me pull this down a smidge. She burned herself. She made herself a cup of tea. Obviously put too much water in the thing and burned herself. So, my poor little baby. Shame. Let's get started on this. Now, the last time I did one of these, it only took about an hour and a half to finish. So, oh bugger, this thing is heavy. What were they thinking? Hang on. Scissors. There we go. Maybe move this here. It'll make it a little bit, I don't know, easier to follow. Why does she have so much rubbish on her desk? Crying in a bucket. Outside. More outside. My goodness, they do put a lot of garbage in here. Okay. Totally not important. I hope, please let it not be important. And the backing boards first. Cardboard box, actually. That's really what it is. And then some more of these. Oh. Now, this room will eventually become somewhat of a statement because remember, well, Haven took the room next door. So, what was my brother-in-law's room to be became Haven's bedroom. She gave up her bedroom for my mother-in-law to come visit and stay there, which is properly nice of her. I'll grant her that. But here we are. Both of these were supposed to be in that room, but when I realized that the room's now no longer hers, this one goes here, and then I'll buy another one for here as well, which is just always stunning, isn't it? And then there are a couple of things that I need to replace in this room. I definitely need to fix a couple of things up I'm not happy with. Currently, there's a bed couch in here. Oh my goodness, it's awful. I tried to sleep on it a couple of nights, you know, just to get a feel for it. And I can say this, it is atrocious. I wouldn't give that to one of my enemies to sleep on. Oh, there we go. There we go. Everything out? No. Still some more. Come on, fool. Nope. Still has that. Let's do this. So I don't want to say that it's important to follow the instructions, but it's kind of a guide more than anything else. You know, and a guide you kind of want to follow. So let's follow the guide. Here we go. Guidelines. How to assemble this thing. There we go. Let's get rid of this. And get a beer. The last one I had 2 or 3 beers. So the last time I assembled one of these, so I'll say cheers. And let's put this down here somewhere. Here's a coaster. Oh, sorry about that. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, let's have a look at this. So that's what I'm aiming for. I've got a bunch of bits and pieces at the moment, so either way it's going to work. Now there's still some painting that needs to be done in this room. I'll give you guys an idea. I want this wall white, that one I want really dark charcoal, so we'll get there. Probably a bed there. It's fine, I'll show you guys later. So let's get this thing assembled. Okay. How much fun can that be? Okie dokie. Let's move this over here. Now I can sit down and do some of this. Okay, so probably about, there we go, page 6, we start assembling it. Okay. So you have to find A1, and then you have to find those little peggy weggies. Those. A1. Now, that's C and D. Let's scoot those over. I don't need them now. This is most probably A and B. That's I. Crying in a bucket. How hard can it be? If that's I, then okay, this is H. Could this be A? No, it's G. That's B1. Is that A? How hard can it be to find an A? That's an E. Oh, that's probably something I need to ask the kids. B1. They were in school much later than what I was. I've been out of school now for many years. Okay, A1, I've got it. So they're saying once you have A1, you're supposed to find these pegs in here and use them. Well, that's what I'll do then. Oh, we have quite a few pegs. Now, look at this. Just so the pegs are number 4. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. But here, like, how does this not logically not make sense? If this is A, I would expect the pegs to be number 1. Not so. No. No, that would be logical. We can't have that. Okay. It's either the start of a rant or the rant's over. Okay, let's get all the pegs out. Okay. Hey, thanks for joining. I'm busy building a very exciting bookshelf for the spare room. Well, not the spare room. Heaven's gaming room. Heaven's next door neighbor. I don't know. She's too much. Okay, so once you have A4, A1 and 4 assembled like that, no, I'm not going to screw that stupid strap in. It's useless. Okay, so once you have A1, you want D1 and C1. Okay, so you fit those, and then you need 10. 10. So what does 10 look like? Again, this logically does not make sense. So we have A, but not 1. We have A and 4, and then they want me to use 10. How am I going to use 10? Oh, at the end of the screws. The screws are 1. Okay, that would make much more sense. Okay, so literally one of these. Cut that out the way. Take all of them out, because I know I'm going to use all of them. And now we're going to get 4 of these handy, because I know I'm going to use them. And also, this uses a Phillips screwdriver. So let me get a Phillips head quickly. One moment. Let me find that. Oh, bloody hell. Thank you. Okay. I'm back. Where's my beer? Oh, top of the computer. Oh. Oh. Okay. So I have this. Now I need, what did I say? C and D. Was it these two? Yep. Okay. Move these back a smidge, and now we can get started. There we go. Okay, so if I look at this, I need, that would make perfect sense. So do they want me to, that would not make sense. So this would be the front. You can always tell when this has got to be the front, because this does not have any backing over it, or whatever it's called. Okay, A1. So this has got to go in here, and then this one needs to be turned around like such. Hopeless, hopeless. Okay. How much fun can this be? Okay, so that's got to be the front. And let me hold on to this. And that's got to go in there somewhere. Fantastic. Screwdriver, some screws. Oh, perfect. I can tell you guys now, this is going to be spectacularly sturdy. It's not going to move for anything. Oh, there we go. What was that slogan on Mel Brooks' movie, We Break for No One, star Star something. Oh, for crying in a bucket. I'll think of it. Brilliant movie. Mel Brooks, possibly one of the greatest comedian geniuses that ever lived. Here we go. This one's in nice and tight. Let's see if I can. Yeah, that's lovely. That's perfect. Okay, now for this side. Now this normally is absolutely just some of the most, I don't want to say awful stuff you can do, but I personally hate putting these things together. Like, I always have spares. And I follow the instructions, well, I don't want to say religiously, but I'm kinda up there, you know. Here we go. Left-handed, number 1, and left-handed, number 2. Almost done. Almost done with the first piece. That's always exciting, you know, when you have the first piece done, because that gives you something to look at. You've actually built something, which is kind of ridiculous, but, you know, it's one of those things. Actually gives me great joy putting these things. Well, not these things. I would much rather have a piece of wood and have built something from scratch. But anyways, okay, so we've done this piece now. So this is now done. So what's next? So we need to find something slightly more interesting. By the way, this is not normal for me to do this. If I don't do it, nobody will do it, so hence me doing it. Move this over a smidge. So now we need G. It's not G1, it's just G. I need G and I need a... This one's quite gassy, my goodness. Okay, so I've got B, B, E. This has got to be G. Come on, BG. BGs! That's my G. Not a 1, just G. So I reckon what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this thing over, and that should suit me fine. There we go. Okay, so this has got to be the back. Let's fit on there. Solid. Okay, so for G, I need so 2? Hold on. So what goes in there? Additional notes. Okay, so they want me to hold on. Oh, so 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. Let's just see what's on this side. Okay, should be entertaining. Now, the last time I built one of these, I royally messed up. That should not be a surprise. I did. I am quite comfortable admitting it. And I had to go and fix it. But this time I'm aiming to not get anything badly wrong. So what does this go in here? I mean, that's gotta be it. It goes in there. Okay, screwdriver. Oy, oy, oy. Let's get some of this stuff chucked out of the way. And then, hopefully, I can see where I left the screwdriver right here. That's going to be it. So, what do you use after you've used the 4 2s? So, would it be 4 10s for these? It doesn't, see, that's the thing, it doesn't say. It has to be. So let me show you what I mean, okay? Just so you guys see. So right here, they talk about there are 2 holes here at the bottom. You can see 2 2 and 2 2 2 2. Okay, so there are 4 holes plus another 4. That's a total of 8 holes. But they only tell you to use 4 of these, the number 2s. But then what do you do with the other holes? But they don't specify it. It's got to be the 10s. It has to be. Oh, bugger. I hate it when things are kind of vague and not specific. It has to be. So let's do this. I wonder if I shouldn't do the 2 10s first. 4 10s, my apologies. There we go. That's exactly where it needs to go. It has to be the 10. It can't be anything else. Riveting stuff this. My apologies, guys. Hey, Jose. Are you okay? I am pretty good at the moment. How are you doing? I hope you're fantastic. I'm busy building one of these things. And I'll be honest, I don't think these are fun putting together. I would much rather get a piece of wood and build it from scratch. But seeing that that's not my reality and time is not my friend at the moment, I've got a brother-in-law that's coming to visit. So, and he'll be spending a little bit of time here. So I will not have time to put up a bookshelf. You know, I want to put up a couple of trinkets, make the room look nice. You know what I'm saying? I hope you also have family that comes to visit and you do all these crazy things for them. No one ever noticed, and you don't need people to notice. It's just hilarious fun. So, yes, I'm okay. Thanks for asking. I hope you're fantastic. I hope your weekend was good. Weekend was actually good on my end, apart from on a Sunday evening, actually afternoon, late afternoon, sitting here doing this, and I don't mind doing it. Apart from that, my weekend was fantastic. There we go. And then these have to go in here. Now the trick is to not scratch the wood. By the way, I've built one of these before. A couple of weeks back, I did one of these. And it's now in Haven's room. And it's still lost. I mean, she hasn't destroyed it. So I don't want to say I know what I'm doing. That's not the case, but, oh, for crying in a bucket. What I just said, don't listen to me. And here's the other thing. I'm sorry if this sounds like a rant, but why don't they give it, all of them, the same screw head? Like, why would you give a completely different size screw head for, I don't know, these things are, they're cheaply built. They're meant to last a year or two. And as long as you understand that, you'll be fine. I think they're, what, $40 at Walmart or something? $35, $40, somewhere there. So as long as you understand they're cheaply built, they're not going to last, and as long as you virtually never ever move them, you're golden. That'll last. The minute you move them, I'm pretty sure they start falling apart. It's one thing I told Haven, babe, you want it here, it's not moving. As long as we can agree on that, we're golden. She said, no, Dad, that's fine. Okay, so everything is fairly tight. Smidge more there. That's perfect. That's perfect. There we go. I should get a fan here. My goodness. Okay. So we've got all of this done. So that's perfect. Okay, so that's 3. That's 4. Oh, that's possibly where I missed it. They do have it in there. I completely missed it. But it looked the same, so I didn't think of anything of it. Okay, here we go. So now that we have G right here, now they want I1, and then they want the 3s. So let's get this stuff out. 3. Scissors. I'm not I'm not the biggest fan of grabbing these things. I've seen them tear out of these uselessly compressed wood. So might not be the biggest fan, but we're going to follow the instructions. Oh, excuse me. So I'll get these. I'll move this. Forgive me for moving this. Over here somewhere. Oh, that may be the worst shot ever. But let's do this. Okay. So they're saying G1. And then I take it, it's got to be, or hang on, not G, I apologize. It's H1, I1. What did I say? H1, I1. Okay, so this has got to go in there. This has got to go in there. And this has got to go there. And that was just completely wrong. So maybe this side. How's that? Perfectly done. Screwdriver. It's actually holding. Wow. That's never happened before. Let's do this. Okay, H1. There we go. Here's one more. Get these little guys flopped in there. And so. And then right here. Perfect. Okay, grip. And it should be holding any second. There we go. Okay, so now we need more pegs, and then we need, okay, so I need B1 and 4 pegs. That's fine. And then I need these two ones here. Okay, that makes sense. So let's do that. Let's see if I can move this to a more flattering area. Oh, that looks awful. Sorry about that. Bugger, this thing is already heavy. Okay, what did I say? B1. That's E. What is this? That's E. B1. Let's move this chair. B1. Okay. Here we go. So B1, they're saying 4 pegs. So they want me to first assemble this piece. Okay, where's F? Found it. F1. Okay, so 2 pegs here. There we go. Those 2 are in there. They go in here. Something like that. And then we need, if I remember correctly, we need, so that's page 6 and page 7. There we go. I need 8. These 2 here. There we go. Get these in here. To be honest, I'm shocked that it's going this quickly. I think the last time it was the fact that Haven tried to help me. Oh my goodness. She has this stunning ability to want to help, and then everything takes 5 times longer. Now, I love my daughter getting involved and wanting to help as much as the next dad loves their daughter getting involved and wanting to help. And I mean, I don't mind it, but she was holding, not just holding up the process, but she was definitely having it taking a little bit longer, which is also fine. I mean, my baby girl. Okay, so B1. So B, what is this? This is, oh, that, of course, and I need 4 of these little guys. Yep, there they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's got to go in right here. Right there. That is it. Now this is possibly a tutorial how not to do it, but bucket, this is the way I do it. So if you don't follow these steps, and by no means feel guilty. Okay, I think you have to use, so okay, so we've got up to there, all of this is done. And then I take it, I've got to use, what is it, tens, ones. There we go. Ones in there. Okay, that makes perfect sense. The reason why I don't use a electric screwdriver, I've done that in the past, and then what I do is I literally break the wood, because these things are built, they're built. Let's just say that. I don't know always how much care goes into them, to be honest. One would think a lot, but not necessarily always. So, here we go. The first one, solid. I'll put the screws right here. Okay. Number 2. So my eldest son, Raymond, he used to love this stuff. He would sit and help me. I think one weekend we built like 5 or 6 of these white ones. If you go and have a look at some of my other videos, especially if I talk longer format videos, you'll see that there are a bunch of these, like 4 or 5 of these. And to be honest, I think he built all of them. And he did a really solid job of building them, because I've moved them possibly 2-3 times and nothing's broken yet. I'm not saying get a moving crew to move them, but if you move them yourself and you take a little bit of care, they're fine. So and just like that, this piece is also done. Okay. Perfection. Okay. So we've done all of this as well. So, no, that's going the wrong way. So now all I have to do is nail all of these backboards in. And once they're nailed in, I'll be done with it. Now, if I remember correctly, that took me a minute. Now here's the helpful advice. This is not a step ladder. Don't use it as one. Thank you. Thanks for that. So I'm going to lay this little guy down, and then here are my E's. I'll have those assembled in a minute. And I'll have these backboards nailed on quickly. And then I'm basically done. Oh, this comes in so handy. I switched the AC off because I don't need it on right now. It's not that hot. Until you start working on something slightly heavy, and that will definitely make you sweat. So I think I'm going to grab a fan quickly. Oh, dear me. Oh, there we go. And have this put here. Oh, there we go. Goodbye, green light. Put that on a solid 3, just to get some air moving here again. And then get this thing laid down. Should we put that there? Oh, that would be just immaculate. I reckon we start off with the top piece. It's just simpler. I think this being the top of it. Here we go. Perfect. And I think I'm going to start on this side. Move the fan. Wonderful. And then get these little nails out of here, because I'm definitely going to need them. Get this chair moved out of here. Just like that, I'm almost done. Isn't that amazing? Oh dear me. Well, I thought for a second these were screws. I just thought, are they mad? Screwing in a million of these little things. Thank goodness I can say no. They're not screws. There we go. Now, this is kind of important to get this 100% correct. You kind of want to get this thing squared up as soon as possible. In the process, so you don't mess it up too badly, and you don't want to nail any of these bottom pieces because you're going to have to slide that other piece. No, you're going to have to slide it over, so it's fine. And just scoot that over a smidge. We're almost done. How amazing is that? Now it's just the hundredths in here that you have to kind of nail down properly. Oh. Where's my workbench when I need it? So I don't have to sit on the floor. So I think one of the ideas is to, I have a couple of trinkets that I want to put in here. I have a couple of watches and then some really retro stuff. When I say really retro, it's probably not that bad. A bunch of 70s watches. You remember those gold watches with the, it's an LED watch? I've got a couple of those. They are perfect display items. I would never go out with them on my arm, but I completely love them. Completely. So it is something that I would want to keep close to me, I suppose. That definitely needed to be nailed down a little bit more. And then, yeah. So, bookshelf is nearly built. How long have I been streaming? 45 minutes. That's got to be a record for me. The last one, I had a fantastic conversation with Vincent, and we had some Sisters of Mercy playing in the background and some Steely Dan. So that was a fun live stream. Now YouTube did call it out, and they did advise me that they didn't advise me. That's the wrong term. They did say, "Oh, we mentioned that we noticed that there's music playing in the background." So, you know, as much fun as that is, I also don't want to get into trouble with YouTube's. So, but anyways, I don't mind some Steely Dan and some Sisters of Mercy and so on playing in the background at all. As long as the copyright strikes and copyright issues don't become a serious violation or something, I don't mind it at all. Oh, perfect. A couple more on this side and we're done. So my son told me he had ordered a new gaming PC. My eldest son, the guy that loves building this stuff, who I would give anything to have here today so that I don't have to do this, but he's not here. He told me he ordered a new gaming PC. $1,300 he told me, which is, I guess, not bad. And the company he ordered it from, they look quite reputable. So, so let's see. He told me as soon as he has his first live stream, he'll let me know. I said, yeah, my boy, Dad'll subscribe. But I suppose that's probably a blessing and a curse, because I wouldn't want my dad watching my live streams, though, I mean, if he did, I'd say, yeah, whatever, you know. So, well, if my dad ever saw me build these, he would have a proper laugh at my expense. Because he also knows how much I dislike putting these things together, or any of these things. So, oh, that one went horribly wrong. And last one for this. And then it's just the bottom piece. Let me show you guys. So, can I turn this around? Yes, I can. Oh. So that's that's basically it. And then the bottom piece, which is fine. Well, let me show you this. So this wall needs to be patched again, and then it needs to be painted charcoal, and then this wall needs to be white. Never ends, does it? Being a dad. Anyways, I think let's try something new-ish. Oh, let's try this. Those were some spectacular moves I had there. Now let's get these back on here. Once this is... Oh, now look at that. Look at that. See, this is why these cheap things... I mean, I don't want to say it's not worth it, but... honestly, it's not worth it. I mean, I might be able to get away with it, but... for all intents and purposes... it's all good. So I said earlier, Haven burned her hand. Okay, she burned herself. She was making a cup of tea, and she spilled some of the water on her hand. Obviously, shame. Poor little girl. But what was interesting was she came and she sat here. Now, I was sitting here watching some YouTube, and she came and sat with me. She said, "Dad, I burned my hand. I put some of the stuff on it to take away the pain. But, you know, when you're hurting, you're hurting. It's just the way things are." So... I think we might actually get away with this top piece here being torn. Also, when you look at it, if you're standing up and you're looking down, you'll probably miss it. But I think for the most part, so I think we'll be all right-ish. That one went a bit skew, shall we say? We shall see how much it affects everything. I'm hoping not, to be honest. And it looks like... looks like we're a good solid piece done with this. I wonder if I can move this here. If this would give a better... maybe not. Maybe not. Ooh, this thing is saggy. I don't know why they don't make tripods for phones properly anymore. You know, you used to get those where you would push it down so it clamps and then you would screw it in. Not anymore. Now it's like grippy, grabby, but the rubber on the tripod isn't, I don't know, it just doesn't feel right. So maybe that's just me, I don't know. But I prefer those where you can set the tripod yourself, and oh, that went awful. And once you've set it, you can just leave it, it's fine. Not always the case now, is it? Should move these closer so I have easier access to it. There we go. Should help with this top piece getting that nailed down a lot quicker. Don't know if he is. No, he is. Perfectly fine, mate. Thanks for asking. What are you doing? So I'm building a bookcase. That's obviously the back of it. It's one of these IKEA type thingies. So, sorry you joined at the end of it, but we're almost done. I did say I'm not a huge fan of these IKEA style bookcases. They're a bit flimsy in my opinion, but this is something that won't get moved too much. So, for all intents and purposes, couple of screws, couple of hammers, a little bit of, what are they called, these compressed woods. It's fine, you know, so hopefully it lasts. And when I pick it up now in a minute, nothing falls too badly apart, life will be good. Assembling a bookcase that I'll fill with a bunch of stuff I don't really need but enjoy having. So there we go. Second to last one on this side. It is amazing how much rigidity this, I mean you can't call it anything other than cardboard, provides the four sides. Well, no, don't bend. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5 left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So obviously somewhere I missed something. Possibly. Maybe, maybe not. We shall see. Yep. Just as I thought. Now something I will do for this bookcase is a little bit of internal light. You know, these little LED strips. It should be fine. And should hopefully be done with that next weekend. And once I'm done with that, for all intents and purposes, this is a solid W in my opinion, but we'll see. Voila! Just like that, this is done. So let's move this over a smidge. I'm going to pick this up and I'll move it over. Hopefully nothing falls apart while I do this. can move this over. And this should fit nicely here somewhere. Something like that. I can pull this over. There it is. How about that? Okay, so we're almost done. I do need a couple of these to wrap it up. Just like that, we're basically done. Four of these. We can start slotting these in. This one should also have a top shelf. This one. For the bottom, we're basically done. Now, I am going to fill these up with all sorts of goodies. And as they say, presto. Move this back a smidge, and just like that, there it is. Never mind all of this stuff. That's Haven and his stickers, and Haven and his stickers. I'll hide those because the minute she finds them, oh, it's over. She'll put stickers everywhere, so we don't want that. Now, do we? How do I do this? I can't do that. So, that was 63 minutes. That is 30 minutes faster without Haven's help. That is staggering. That is staggering. I'm kind of shocked and surprised, but I'll appreciate it for now, at least. I have to do the painting in this room. I have to take down all the LED lighting that was up here. What else needs to be done? The gaming computer. I know Haven loves it here. She absolutely loves it here. But it's got to go. My brother-in-law is going to sleep here. The bed couch, worst idea ever. That's got to go. I think one of my sons will probably want it. So we'll see about that. I have a television up there. I actually had two of them up there. The idea was to have gaming on the bottom, gaming on the top, so 2 screens at the top, 2 screens at the bottom, and that lasted maybe a week, where the boys thought it was a good idea. They all moved upstairs. Haven then moved downstairs, and she's definitely not going to game here in this room. She has her computer set up in her room, and she loves it, and she enjoys it properly, so good on her for doing that. And yeah, for the most part, I mean, even that television, the Roku box on it, I doubt it's been updated in a year or two. I don't think anybody's switched it on. Do I still have a remote? I've got a Roku remote, but do I have a television remote? Probably somewhere. So that's got to come down. Both the stands have to come down. I've got to fill those stupid holes. Who thought that was a good idea? Anyways, I have to fill those, paint the room. I think I may have to replace the carpeting in here, but if I replace this, I might as well replace the hallway and Haven's bedroom and so on next door as well. And then there's a couple of things like I need some of the finishing done here. Oh, that's not nice. Have some of that done, and then this room will be done for. Now, the idea behind everything was to have like a proper gaming room. That's why we have stuff like this, you know, the gaming and what happens in this room, and you know, the cupboard doors were taken down. There's some extra clothing there, warning and so on. You know, it was meant to be a little bit of fun, bit of a laugh, nothing too serious. And with my brother-in-law coming to visit, I mean, I truly see the value in having a spare bedroom. So make it a proper spare bedroom, proper bed in here, gaming computer out, all the equipment, all the keyboards. I have the guitars, the electric guitars out of here. So yeah, now it's just going to be cleaning up here, putting everything back into where it's supposed to be, hanging the closet doors. That's going to be a bit of a mission, isn't it? So hanging those, that should be fine. What else do I need to do? Oh, little curtains. You see where I have my Miller Lite, these up here, these. Get the missus to get us some curtains, something there. You know, make the room a little bit nicer, and yeah, have it back as a bedroom more than anything else. Maybe get the stand for that television. This little television, get that stand. This one's got to come down, and then this television, get the stand for it. Maybe put it back on the stand. Take that down, and we'll be well on our way having this as a bedroom again. Yeah, I suppose that's fine. But yeah, I reckon that's a bit of work, but it's going to be fun. What is going to be interesting is when the kids painted this room, they wanted a seriously dark color. So I wonder how it would look once we paint this side white and that side charcoal. But before we paint it, there are a couple of, it's like surface cracks that I'm going to have to fix. I've got a couple of those that I need to do. So after that's done and I've painted the room, yeah, all this rubbish is taken out of here. Well, when I say rubbish, it's not rubbish. Gaming PC that will have to go, the dual monitors, the keyboard, what is that, Yamaha, Casio, something, all of this stuff, after it's all out of here, yeah, this place will be nice, I reckon. And then my daughter has a neighbour in her uncle for, I don't know, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, so it should be fine, I reckon. I think she'll be fine with it. I think he'll be fine with it. Ooh, that's the scary part. He'll be fine with it. And then it's just having all my trinkets in, well, some of the trinkets in here. That will be fine. That'll look fine. Maybe pack all the games in here. I don't know. A couple of things, yeah. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, after a bit, this will be completely unrecognizable. Totally. Maybe replace all of this. I don't know. What do you call these? These. Oh, sorry about that. What do you call all of this stuff here? Of the, well, corners, I suppose. Having all those replaced, I reckon it'll look fine. That's a weekend job, I reckon. We'll see. Anyways, let me not get ahead of myself. That's a weekend job. But yeah, there's a ton of stuff still that needs to be done. Either way, it's going to get done, you know? And we'll be fine. So I reckon 71, 72 minutes, that's a good time to call a stream. Thank you for joining. This is not normally what I do. Normally I'll have some proper conversations. But I reckon while I'm building this, why not, you know, have one or two people join in. I did see one or two comments, so yeah, it's going to be fun. Anyways, I'm going to call this stream. I might do something a little bit later. I'm definitely going to have a beer now, maybe a whiskey. We'll see. And yeah, I'm going to fill this thing up with some goodies. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic weekend. If we don't, well, the weekend's over. Week ahead, I would say. But yeah, have a fantastic week ahead. Beer finished? It'll be now. Cheers. Have a great week if we don't talk again. Take care. Bye.